Good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr., here to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. That's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. So excited to lead you today in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief devotion. Today is day 261. We're going to talk about problems are actually opportunities. Problems are actually opportunities. Life is change, and some change feels bad. That's where my grief comes in. In life, there's going to be change, loss, change, and transition. The loss, the change, the transition that we go through won't always feel good. Some of it is going to feel bad, right? That's where my grief comes in. Grief is the natural and normal response to the loss, the change, and the transition that I experience, that I feel in the midst of my life. And that doesn't feel bad. Grief comes in to help me to navigate through that. But what I think, here it is, but what if I think of those bad feelings? But what if I think of those bad feeling changes hold on, bad feeling changes, not as problems to be solved or resolved, but instead as opportunities to be ventured? What if I think of those bad feeling changes, not problems to be solved or revolved, right? Or resolved, but opportunities to be ventured. I say this all the time, that every obstacle is really an opportunity. It's just waiting to be uncovered, it's waiting to be discovered, it's waiting to be realized. Within every obstacle, there lies an opportunity. But if all you see is what you see, then you'll fail to see what you need to see, right? If you look through the lens of problems, all you're gonna see is the problem. But if you look through the lens of possibilities, now everything changes. The focus changes. Now you begin to see the possibilities, right? It's kind of like, you ever heard one of those tapes where you hear something, you hear somebody saying something, and they'll put words at the top, and you read those words, and so it's like, oh, that's what they're saying. But then they'll put something else down there, and you begin to read those words, and you're like, oh, maybe that's what they're saying, right? And so I don't know. It's hard for me to articulate it. Sometimes somebody can say something and it sounds like it could be one or two things. But when they put the words on the screen, right, then it sounds like that's what they're saying. But if they put the other saying on the screen, then it sounds like that's what they're saying, right? That's the same thing with this thing that we're facing right now, right? If you look through the lens of problems, you're going to see problems. But if you look through the lens of possibilities, you'll see possibilities. And so, what if, and I love the way this is articulated, what if those bad feeling changes not as problems to be solved or resolved, but instead, these are opportunities to be ventured, right? What if you're going through as an opportunity to be ventured? Those bad feelings that you feel, what if they're not supposed to be solved or resolved, but what if it's an opportunity that's supposed to be ventured? My grief isn't a problem, right? It's the natural and necessary sequel to my love during a time of change. That is so powerful, y'all. Grief is not the problem. We think grief is the problem. Grief is not the problem. It is the natural and necessary sequel to my love during a time of change. I can't tell you how powerful that statement is. But this time of change is also replete with opportunity. I'm learning to see the concepts of problems and opportunities anew. Grief is not the problem. It is the natural and necessary sequel to my love during a time of change. This time of change is also replete with opportunity. This time of change, I know you don't see it, but you got to look through the right lens. If you just look through the lens of problematic predicament, that's all you're going to see. But if you look through the lens of opportunity and possibility, you you'll see it. I'm learning to see the concepts of problems and opportunities anew. Learn to see the concepts of problems and opportunities with new lenses, right? Because grief is not the problem, it is the natural and necessary sequel, right, to my love during a time of change. Here's the final thought, y'all. The more I think in terms of opportunities instead of problems, the richer and deeper my experience of life becomes. The more I think in terms of opportunities and problems, the richer and deeper my experience of life becomes. Remember, y'all, if all you see is what you see, then you'll fail to see what you need to see. I really hope y'all are able to meditate on this lesson. It is so rich, and I really want to expand upon it so much more. But I think you get the gist of it. Today is day 261. Problems are actually opportunities. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Hope y'all have a terrific Tuesday. I'm rooting for you. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. Let's go.